Welcome to another CIRF report, everybody. We are back in the studio, and let's see here. Well, let's start off with just this picture. There's a roller coaster coming up, and it's going to be very important to. I'm going to give you actually two solutions for this weekend. This is going to cover the 25th, 26th, 27th. And there's a beautiful aspect happening right now that we'll talk about. But the solution, one of the two solutions you can choose, and they have their advantages and disadvantages. We'll go over those. So stay to the end. We're going to cover all the DreamBot, then the astrology for all 3 days. And then we're going to talk about the actual solution. All right. We have the one DreamBot that is the basis for all this astrology. Okay. And zoom in. I'm forgetting all the hotkeys because we're in a different location. The biggest meme here is the red and the green. And the green is about war and posturing. Look, war, dropped, effect. I think there's some tons in there, flight, run. So lots of posturing, even discontent, battle, that kind of thing. But then we have an interesting aspect with the collective unconscious. We have, there's this connection, the network, string theory, I know it's a stretch, but all this interconnectedness, you know, you've heard the term "we are all one." This has to do with the metaphysical concept of string theory, and that underneath it all, the collective unconscious, that's where we're all one. And when you tap into this, according to Edgar Cayce, Carl Jung, and all the others, they talk about creativity and psychic awareness and telepathy. All this stuff is in the collective unconscious. That's the tap into what some people call the superconscious. Okay, so that's prominent there in the red. So woke, dreaming is a big one. Web, but interconnectedness, even telepathy is in there. And then the last one is Mercury. It's not a real big one. You got 4 words that kind of mean learning and school and thinking. And so Mercury will be towards the end. All right, let's go into the astrology. And happening right now as we speak. That's why I chose 11:52 to start this, is because of this particular alignment. Is Mars trine Jupiter happening right now on an exact aspect. This is the desire to win. This is the one rare aspect that you can do some risk taking and it come out right. And it might seem impulsive, but it's warranted because it's such a positive aspect. It's but all of your good fortune is enhanced by, well, of course, good judgment, but good intentions. Good healthy intentions will increase the likelihood that this aspect helps you in the long run. So this, but as we talk further, the next transits are very short term because they're based in the moon mostly, and the moon tends to transit faster than the others. So this aspect will hang around throughout all the other aspects that we talk about. And so that's a good thing. This energy is there. And all right, so the next square is tonight. Or the next aspect is a square, and it's tonight, and it's moon square Saturn. So this is, if the last aspect was positive posturing, i.e. the DreamBot run of posturing, then this one is negative posturing. So sadness, loneliness, we're seeing self and others, we're seeing the difference between ourselves, we're conflicted. We might even have the end of some unhealthy relationships, and those endings don't feel all that great. So that's today. And then tomorrow, the moon continues its transit, and we have the positive, sorry, the first happening is the opposition. That's the more negative posturing. This is moody, short-tempered, impulsive action, aggressiveness comes out. Now, this is when most of us are asleep, so don't be surprised if you have some early dreams of maybe war or old battles or old conflicts or a bar fight or something like that. That would be really interesting if you did. Record your dreams and see if you do, just to see if you were under the influence or not. And then, among all the other reasons to record your dreams. But then as the moon continues to transit, we look at sextiles, and 2 sextiles, one of them to Jupiter first and then Venus. And these are very positive. These are social aspects, the desire to be with others. This is positive posturing again. Can you see the roller coaster happening? So that's tomorrow. That would be Saturday. Saturday the 26th is also your CIRF host birthday. So this is the special Aquarian CIRF report. And again, we'll talk about the solution here in a second, but the last day's worth of aspects is the square now that the moon's going to make to the sun and Mercury. Mercury being the only thing left. Maybe there's a disruption in the relationships, not really well balanced. All right. So now that we've got all this done, all the aspects done, let's talk about how to surf this. And we're going to start over. I'm actually going to start by looking at the 27th. Here are your options to go into sidereal, to get aligned with the stars. If you walk outside and go look for where Mercury is, it should be in Capricorn. If it isn't, you need to let me know so I can correct these slides. But you can see that verified this yesterday. You bring open your app and Jupiter and Venus, they'll be right there in the middle of Ophiuchus. Or Venus might actually be beyond Ophiuchus. But anyway, Sun and Mercury in Capricorn, Moon in Virgo. So you really only have 2 options on the 27th. Then we always have throughout the entire weekend, we've got Moon in Virgo. So that's going to be one option, is go the Virgo route and become very practical and grounded and critically think about your experiences without being overly critical of yourself or overly critical and judgmental of other people. That's going to be one of the solutions. And we'll talk more in depth on that one. But look at what we have up here with Mars and Ophiuchus that we talked about before. And I'm going back all the way to the DreamBot run because of the interconnectedness, the telepathy, the dreams and dreaming. There's a psychic energy that we can tap into that wasn't prevalent in the tropical astrology. So when we get in alignment with this day on the 26th, look, we're in Pisces and we're in Ophiuchus. And both of those are very mystical. We're looking at the #1 sign for telepathy, which is Pisces. And Aries is in Pisces. So there's a lot of moving forward in this collective unconscious. But you have to align if you want to go with Pisces. Let me show you the first day again. So today, we also have Mars, and we also have Ophiuchus, and we also have Virgo. But in general, in my opinion, if you really want to go the best route or the most effective route, I would say that is to go with the Pisces and Ophiuchus together. Is really generally one. Ophiuchus is more about disrupting your routine and experiencing new things. Pisces is more of compassion to everyone, transcendence into your spiritual and getting out of the ego. And, this is the opposite. If Virgo is getting very practical and getting very grounded, Pisces is experiencing all their experiences in the spiritual sense. So spiritual connection is what that is all about. And I think you're going to find some profound insights as you move forward with compassion for other people. Now, you got to, if you want to go this route, Pisces, you have to minimize the negative effects there. And one of those is going to be escapism. That's what Pisces loves to do. They love to do people pleasing and but avoiding real issues, avoiding problems. And we're not doing that. We're actually experiencing things, emotions, feelings, thoughts so deeply that we're transcending them by no resistance, absolutely no resistance of these emotions. And that gives us that transcendent experience. I think you're going to find some amazing insights in that, but the disadvantage there is that it ends on the 27th, and then you're going to have to choose. Well, you could probably just go earthy and go grounded, but what I have is this. If you want these energy playbooks, first of all, they're going to be on the CIRF reports. And so make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell so you get notified. But also, if you want a daily picture representation, go to Inner Zention. You can see the word down there, Inner Zention on Instagram or Facebook, and you'll get these periodic energy playbooks. And these are getting in a line with the stars. These are getting in line with the sidereal and bringing out on the do side is bringing out the best of whatever you're getting in line with. In this case, Virgo. Virgo covers you all weekend long. So be critical of, not critical of, but use critical analytical thinking skills for the experiences that you have. Some of these could be very mystical. They could be strange. They could be not what you were expecting. So using the critical skills to make sure you're thinking and seeing everything clearly, right? And then always mindful of your highest values. So as you enter these downsides of the roller coaster, you can see the roller coaster in the background, then keeping in mind that instead of posturing, let's make sure that our highest values are at the forefront so that I don't become impulsive, so that I don't do things out of resentment or out of the angst that's inside of me. And then lastly, staying in that Capricorn, Virgo mindset, which is practical and grounded and responsible. Then you don't want to run into rumination and being overcritical, especially of yourself. And don't be so stubborn that you can't assimilate new experiences. And watch out for people pleasing, especially if it's to resolve your own emotions. All right, that's a wrap. Thanks everybody for being a part of this project. And we'll do this again on Sunday evening. So mark your calendar and we'll go do this again and see what next week has. But my last point is enjoy this awesome aspect with the moon or Mars and Jupiter in that trine. Is a wonderful aspect to go get stuff done, even taking some risks. And that's going to be across the board. It's going to be there, but stay grounded and mindful. All right. We'll see you again on Sunday night. Thanks, everybody.